Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Just all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem, and in the name of Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of a great millstone and peace and mercy to Hope for Lake, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tasba in the great millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. I wanted to go on this because I was meditating on the destruction, and what the Lord has planned for these devils is to burn them off the face of the earth, right? So this is Joel 2, and I started 2. It says, a day of dark. I started 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is near at hand. You see, this is the day of the Heavenly Father. Now, what does the day of the Heavenly Father consist of? It goes into it. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So this people that's talking about is not actual men, right? Because when you keep going into this, it tells you what these metaphorical people, because right, this is the army the Heavenly Father are here to do. Verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Now, is there any people that can walk on the earth and just burn everything in front of them, walk across it, and behind them is the desolate wilderness? No, they're not. There's not a whole list of men that are walking around with flame torches, man. Flame guns and all that. There's not a whole list of men doing that. This is really going in to the nuclear missiles, man. Right? A fire devoureth before them, but behind them a flame burneth. What is the fire devouring before them? Right? That nuclear heat. And the flame behind them burning is going into the propulsion system. So it says the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. Right? And this is that coming destruction. This is the day of the Lord, right? Now, when you go into the New Testament, do I have that precept? Yep. Luke 12 and 49 says what? I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I be already kindled? You see? So the Lord is coming to send fire on the earth, right? And so this whole destruction, the Lord is just going to heap on more fire, right? There's another one that says heap on right, Ezekiel 24, and I'm gonna start at 9. It says, therefore thus say Yahweh power, woe to the bloody city. I will make the pile for the fire great. And what is that bloody city? America now, right? America is that bloody city. This place built itself all through blood and desolation, destruction of all peoples. It says, heap on wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh, and spice it well, and let the bones be burned. You see, this is talking about that great fire of the Lord. You see, the Lord said what? All the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? And America is just filled with things that are combustible. You got gas pipelines, asphalt, right? Flammable materials in these buildings, right? Many things. The most number of cars in any country is all in America, man. America has way more vehicles in it than any other country, right? All right, an excess of clothes, landfills. This place is ripe for burning. It says heap on the. It says verse 9. Therefore, thus say Yahweh, woe to the bloody city. I will make the pile for the fire great. Heap on wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh, and spice it well, and let the bones be burned. Then set it empty upon coals. It's talking about the pot whose scum is there in that city. That filth is still in. Is America as a whole today. It says, then set it empty upon the coals thereof, that the brass of it may be hot and may burn, and that filthiness of it may be molten in it, that the scum of it may be consumed. She had wearied herself with lies, and her great scum went not forth out of her. Her scum shall be in the fire, in thy filth, in thy filthiness is lewdness, because I have purged thee, and thou was not purged. Thou shalt not be purged from thy filthiness any more, till I have consumed, till I cause my fury to rest upon thee. You see, the Lord is going to wipe off filth off this earth with that consuming fire. So back in Joel 2, right? This is what the Lord's getting prepared. The Lord said he comes in fire, and what will he if it already be kindled? Back in Joel 2 and 4, it says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run, which goes to what? You get that? This is Revelation 9 and 15. It says, and the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. Now that horsemen that is talking about is not talking about actual horses and men. It's actually talking about power. So horses represent power, man. And those missiles have great power. You're talking about tons and tons upon tons of explosive power, right? It says verse 17, it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and then that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of Janus and of brimstone, right? It says, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. So now where in the world do you see horses with heads of lions, right? This is symbolic talk. So when you think about a lion, its power is what? In his jaws and his teeth. Just like when you think about a missile, the power is what? The warhead, right? And the multiple warheads that are shaped like teeth as well. It says, and out of their mouth issued fire and smoke and brimstone, going into the missile warheads, man. It says by these was the third part of men killed, right? By the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For, right, the power is in the mouth going into the missile warheads, and in their tails going into the propulsion system. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. You see, so this is that horses and horsemen. This is what it's going into. So back in Joel 2 and 4 again, it says, in appearance of them as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like as the noise of chariots on the top of mountains, shall they leap, right? Because they're intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. They go into space, right? They go from ground, sea, wherever it's at, out of the silo. They jump up, right? Because it says on the tops of the mountains shall they leap, right? So they go up into the atmosphere and come back down just like a horse leaping, right? They like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, and as a strong people set in battle array. Because the amount of these missiles, man, it's going to be 200 million missiles, man. The amount of the missiles that are going to be shooting across this globe, especially coming to America, is going to be like a great army, man. And these things have what navigation systems and everything. They're able to pinpoint where they're going, right? Evade one another, evade missile defense systems. It says, before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness, man. Because when you hear those alarms, right? A lot of these missiles, what they can make it across the world in 20 minutes, right? So this is that fear that's going to fall on people. This is that fear that's going to fall upon America. This is what people got to take seriously. But a lot of people aren't. It's Isaiah 9 and 5. And it says, for every battle of the warriors is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, right? The old battles was hand-to-hand combat, right? A bow, a sword, dagger, war hammer, war axe, right? That was the old battle. Clinking and clacking, men screaming, right? That was the old battle. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. See, this is that new warfare that's coming, right? And this is going to sweep away the refuge of lies. This is that besom, right? Let me get that. This is Isaiah 14 and 23. It says, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, say Yahweh. And what is that besom of destruction? Right? Is that besom of destruction? Jeremiah 51:1, it says, Thus say Yahweh, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fanners, and they shall fan her, and shall make her land empty. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. You see that the Lord is getting ready to push forth that judgment, and that beast of destruction is going to that destroying wind is going to that nuclear wind, man. Right? So Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai, by Shemar Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to hopeful elect. Shalom.